Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome back, everyone. It's Wednesday morning, and today is the day we are going to get a lot of economic data, such as CPI and tomorrow PPI. So get ready for people to start talking about interest rates again, and if we're going to see inflation continue to grow, sustain, or decline. All of that's going to be seen very soon. We're going to start it off with Dixie on a daily time frame today. As you can see, Dixie is still consolidating under the 102 and 101 level. I don't like the fact that we got this rejection and the 21 EMA is now about to give you a death cross over here, meaning it's going to turn into resistance for a while. We're going to have to consolidate, go sideways, and then possibly up again after. But until then, please do be aware that as Dixie gets a little bit of a pushback here into New York Open and into the economic data, you will see upside on Bitcoin and ETH and tech stocks until that data is released. And then you could expect a little bit of volatility as people start pricing in that prediction of if we are going to go 0.25, zero point 0.5, or no interest rate hike in May Fed FOMC meeting. So be ready and steady for that. As you can see, if we lose this 101 level, I'm going to be concerned. Until that happens, I'm not. I'm looking for this to just consolidate sideways and continually put in higher lows in an upward channel fashion. If that channel does not hold, then I mean we can look for test downward. But as of right now, I'm looking for this support to hold around this 102 level, and then I wanted to actually claim above 102.75 and continue up higher faster, so that way this cross can get negated, like right here. We didn't cross right here. The second time around, the cross is more likely. But if price action can actually get up here and close above it, we will negate that cross, and it will actually fuel a faster rise to the upside, making this double bottom confirmation more realistic, like a W formation accumulation and a markup phase to continue after that, Wyckoff method wise. So just be aware of that. Looking at the 4 hour time frame, you can see that it tried to get up. We kind of got into the 100 EMA, 200 EMA, and we got a pushback. So as long as we're not losing that 10, I would say 101.50, we don't have to worry. But losing that level is going to get some quick upside. I'm going to put an alert here at 101. I'm going to put an alert here at 102.50. Depending on which way it breaks, and my alert will tap, and then I will move accordingly. If it breaks to the upside, obviously I'll have my short going. If it goes to the downside, I will scalp my long. I had a short from last night. I just closed it in the morning, like 120% profit, something like that. And then yesterday I had another one at like 150. Both shorts. Today I will be scalping well, I already have a long, and I will be managing that, knowing that downside continuation is possible for crypto and tech stocks. I'm not talking about Dixie. I'm looking for Dixie to rise, meaning I'm getting ready for downside on those other assets. But just in case Dixie over here does actually drop to the downside and we get upside continuation, I'll be scalping along, so I'm hedged on both sides. Right now, I have no short. I will be waiting for my short later. Right now, I only have the scalp long into the next 4 hour close and see what happens from there. All right, let's go take a quick look at Bitcoin on a daily time frame. So Bitcoin is now under its famous $30,000 level. We had our alert here that actually hit. I don't know why it's sitting there still. But I'll leave it. If that alert hits, then you know that the downside is coming, and I'm looking for a test of 28.7. Under 28.7, if you go to like 28-ish, it's not a big deal. You can use that as a support bounce. But anything under 28,000, this starts becoming a head for a head and shoulder distribution. And then you can look for us to maybe go much deeper, like 26K. We can come back to 28K, use it as a resistance, and then dig down even deeper to like 22K. So just be aware that this little formation is in effect right now, and it's looking pretty ripe. You have a lot of bear divs setting up right now with lower and lower highs on RSI with higher highs on price. 3 drives. I mean, usually that's all I need. Well, there's four. 1, 2, 3, 4. But just looking at the most recent price action, you can see equal RSI, much higher in price. Bear div, bear div, bear div. Like, this is your warning for downside. I can't make it any clearer. If you get a 4-hour open and close above 30,000, you can look for that 30,500, which was our short from yesterday anyway. And then after that 30,500, a 4-hour open and close will come the next level, which is 34,000 to 36,000. Okay. If this closes under that 28K, like I told you, then be ready for, 26.5 and then 23. If we close above 30,500, you could be ready for 34, and then you still have the possibility of dropping down much harder due to the fact that you have a bear div with, overbought conditions. So one person taking profit in a large manner will do enough damage to the downside for all the over leveraged traders who are long right now. So just be aware of that moving forward so you're not getting too excited and overextending yourself when the risk is higher. On a 4-hour time frame, you can see it looks like a bull flag right here, right? Looks like a bull flag, but I would not consider this a bull flag because you already started breaking out under the $30,000 level. I would be looking for continuation around 29.3. And until I get 29.3, I wouldn't even try to long scalp this. This is just a little too precarious for me. And if after that, I mean, maybe 28.8. But other than those levels here, everything is a risk for a faster downside. So those would be the areas I would try to scalp along. I would stop out after like a little bit under 28, and I'll wait for a deeper retrace. I'm not looking for like insane drops, but maybe like around 27, you can come and test into that, and then you can find some resistance at 28.7, and then roll on over to 24, find support, and come back up later. I'm just not looking at this as a bullish situation. No matter what the economic data says, I I mean, if it's good news, why would you take a risky asset like crypto as opposed to equities? And then if it's bad, why are you putting your money in a risk asset as opposed to cash? So in both theories, why are you messing with the riskier asset than something safer and more proven in profitability? Other than, are you just trying to long because you see this upside like this and you're like, yeah, this is going to the moon? Because if you're trading like that, that's probably not going to be profitable for long. Um, just saying. Yeah, and that's basically all I have on Bitcoin. Let's just go to ETH on a daily, and then we'll get this going. There you go. So ETH was kind of showing me a head and shoulder the last 2 days, 3 days anyway. We were actually coming up into our resistance over here, and it was starting to show bear divs as well as bearish volume divergence as we were getting closer to the top, like over here. Volume was like starting to subside in a downward fashion as you rise. Sorry if I didn't point that out clearly. So downside was like something I was looking for. So I shorted like 1927 or something like that. And then I just closed my short in the morning at like 1960-ish. I'm looking for us to actually close a 4-hour in this area and look for a little bit poke back up into 1909 and then see if the weakness is true for downside. Probably will come around a 4-hour close or during those economic reports. Excuse me, guys. But I am looking for a little bit more downside. Even though I did scalp along, I'm looking for a little bit more downside into, I want to say like 1800 area, maybe even 1760. And then over here, we can find support at 1760 and then continue back up. If you lose 1760, that's where my warning and my fear for further downside comes, because then I'd be looking for like 1600-ish. And then after that, I'm looking for 1350. But yeah, the range is getting big now, right? So I'm looking for this $100 drop from 1860 to 1760. It's going to liquidate all 10x longs. Okay. After that, I'm looking for us to find support, go sideways and up. If we get rejected from 1850 again, then you will lose 1760 again, and then you'll probably go to like 1600. And then I'll look for some support over here, and that's a $150 drop this time. Okay. If the support here is weak and we don't get a quick move back up above 1760, then I'll be looking for us to, use 1760, 1850 as resistance and go test into 1350. Then we can get back into 1600. Then we can go back to 1760, etc., etc., level by level. But I'm looking for the zigzag chop down before upside. Where is the support going to be proven? I don't know. My first guess is going to be 1760. And after that, I will see as price comes. But around 1700 to 1760 is where I'm looking at right now. After that, we can look for the 1600 even. And then after that, 1350-ish is what I'm looking at. 1350, 1400, whatever. So those are the things I want you guys to be aware of. If you start closing candles above 1950, you already know that 2000 level that we're looking at, and then after that 2150, and then after that you got 2330. So you have those three levels to the upside, but right now I would be focused on this consolidation, and this consolidation needs to prove its strength after being in overbought conditions. And then once we find support around 1800 to 1750, we can look for upside. So just be prepared and ready for that to come today, and more than likely fast. It's going to catch all the over leveraged longs off guard. So just be ready. Here's the 4-hour time frame. Confirming that, I mean, we just came off overbought. We've already tested down into support. Now the goal is to claim a 4-hour above 1890, and then we can go test into that 1940 and higher. If we can't get above 1880, 1890, then we're going to roll over here, and we're going to probably go test into that lower level that I said, around 1760-ish. And then over there, we can see if we're going to find support and then continue higher. If we go to 1760 or 1800 and it's weak, we get a dead cat bounce to 1850 and we can't cross above it, we'll probably get pushed right back down to like 1640, and then we'll continue here and then go back up. Just like a nice little rounding pattern accumulation around here and then continue up to the upside. That's what I'm looking for ideally. Until then, guys, just trade carefully. There's a lot of economic data coming out today and tomorrow that's going to whipsaw markets up and down, probably destroy the range, and test the range first before destroying it to like psych some traders out in the wrong direction, and then continue on the proper path so no one is getting a free ride on the proper way of like direction the market is going. Only the people who are properly hedged and trading are going to be able to survive the volatility, and that's literally what the market's job is. So I hope you guys are ready for some fun. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Keep in mind that today we have a live session with Candace. He's going to be teaching exo charts and order flow analysis to basically help you become a better trader. It's going to be 10 a.m. Eastern, so right as New York opens, we will be basically kicking that session off. Please, please, please feel free to join. It's free to everyone. I highly recommend it. If you're interested, please join us on the Discord server. The link is in the description of this video below, alongside all the other affiliate services that I use and recommend that help the channel grow. So thank you for using that. I really appreciate it. Aside from that, guys, if you could just follow the normal daily routine and leave me a like, subscribe, press the bell button for notifications, and comment in the section below with anything, I would greatly appreciate it, because it helps the algorithm spread the video so we can grow our community. Thank you so much, guys. I hope to see you all in the live session later today. If not, I'll see you in the next one. Trade safe. Talk to you soon. If you have any questions, come meet me in the Discord. Adios.